Everybody, it's RCK, and I'm glad to have you back here again today. Of course, we do see a game that I'm not currently playing myself. This is a game someone else is playing. I am a temp sub for them just to help out. So we're doing like a little intervention video here just to kind of see what's going on, give them suggestions, look and see what they might want to do next, do some scripting, and just go through it. So looks like it's pretty late in the game, being year 5. Dusk Elder, Vengeance of Dead, Resist, Harspecs. Jotunheim put up a global. We see a couple of battles here. Battle of Menchaca, so it seems like we own more than one full control. Ooh, interesting. One, we lost. What are they casting there to have that many kills? It could just be because they're holies, but it seemed to be the case. Maybe it's a Holy Communion. Blessing, Phoenix Power, Blessing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what happened here. What is the Bless of Marignan? Tactical magic weapon, shot, fire, magic resistance, strength, blood surge. Okay. Encumbrance 5. Okay. They also don't have cold resistance. So that is very difficult for them. Looks like they're fighting in cold 3. They don't want to fight new units with chill 3. They don't want to fight with grip of winter up. So we won some just looking. Ooh, we lost a big battle here. Well, actually they lost a big battle too, but we took Marignan, it would seem. Lost some good stuff there. Not much loss on lictors. We'll of course look at the Bless, Enchantress, Grandmasters, yeah, because they're high level holy. Okay. Looks like someone has Wrath of God up. Oh, it looks like Illwinter is up. That's what I assume is up right now. I bet that's what Jotunheim cast. Holy shit. Gift of Health, Mother Rogue, Wrath of God, Illwinter. Okay, so he is winning the global game here. What research do we have? Alt enchantments. We're hitting up Alt 7. Looks like we have a lot of research being at 600. Is there any spells we can cast? Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Let's send that to research. Our temple here, so our Bless is attack, skill, magic weapons, defense plus 5, magic resistance plus 1, and dying, HP plus 5, undead regen, strength plus 2, blood surge, and combat speed. I would like to see blood vengeance, but that is okay. Oh, so this is actually our pretender here. Okay. Quite a lot of afflictions we have on him. Oh, you did put an item that you can't take off. Oh, looks like we took a Trinity. Okay, I see. So we took a Trinity and they're all white mages now because they were twice born. I understand now. Gotcha. Uh, I'd probably start off by making more archbishops, since it looks like that's the only way that you're actually making troops at the moment. Seems like we have a lot of stuff around us here. And we've taken more than one capital. So that's Menchaca that we need to take from Marignan. Where is... There's Ermor, so straight across we have Marignan, straight across this way we have Menchaca, so hopefully we'll try to take that. Up we have Man, which we have Man, we have Abizia. So things are looking pretty good for us here. We've taken a couple of capitals. Of course, Jotunheim looks very strong, but there is still a Bizia, no, a Bizia. So Jotunheim, Agartha, and a Ba in the game. Of course, along with Marignan, so we have a couple attacks here. So we have a small group. And we'll actually send this way to go after this throne, and we'll send the troops that are here in this fort to attack that citadel. No reason to have them on hold and attack. No reason to take a extra. Well, there is some reason. We can take that from you. Reanimate. Oh, that's a holy 4. We'd rather take him. Take that from you. Take these from you. A few extra gems. Rigor mortis, okay. Just have you guys on reanimate. Oh, you're an acolyte. Take you. No, you really don't have anything on you. Let's put everything here with 1. And actually, we'd want all these guys in the front to take lance charges. So we'll move them back like that. So who is going with us? We'll keep you guys with the lictors. Yes, because you're Holy 4. Of course, we want you with us. Unholy Blessing. Protection. That's good. You can cast after that. And then the Holy 4, we want power. Yes, and that's the way he has it. Well, protection. You only need to cast protection once. We have the other mage casting that. So we'll just have you on cast afterwards. We need to bring along these empty commanders. Where is the mage located? It's kind of risky to bring him along since you are fighting Marignan, and he can just magic duel him. But we'll go ahead and take him anyway. As for the troops that are here, I'd probably do something like this. Our closest, attack closest, attack. I mean, you're looking pretty good so far in this game. A good chance of winning, just due to the amount of capitals that you have. So that is going to be very interesting. I would like to jump on that throne, but I don't think this force here can be able to take it, especially if he's patrolling. But this one coming in backup can. What else can we do? Looks like we have a lot of Mound Kings we need to be sending back home. Actually, you can reach all the way. So we really need to work on your, I guess, supply chain as far as your movement of your units goes. From the looks of it, not a lot of them have moved lately. So we definitely need to get started on moving absolutely everything we can. I'll move you to that fort. So that fortress is going up. And we also need to start pushing our dominion. Very big deal, of course. So you have a temple there, you have a temple there, you do not have one in Abysia, so let's go ahead and do that. And this one, even though it is giving you money, we would rather just amass our free spawn now because you have such a large area that we really need to be taking advantage of the amount that we'll be getting from it. Yes, you want to be left there. We can move you there and start a fort maybe next turn. Well, we need to save the money right now for more, aren't you reanimating? For more, temples right now to really push that Dominion out. What is our Dominion at? Set in, okay. So we have a lot of items here that are on our mages, getting a lot of research done. What can you actually cast? Let's see. How beneficial would you be inside of an army? Of course, you can cast Earth Power going up to 4. I mean, our magic isn't too bad at the moment, but we really don't have much an Earth Mage can take advantage of. I mean, we do have a few things here and there, but not like, oh, I definitely need to have him in for this, or something along those lines. Honestly, can you reach back? No, you can't. He's probably having him site search. Yeah, it looks like it. We have Gnome Lore. And you, since we do have this Black Laurel here, start making lictors. That is fine right now. I mean, yeah, reanimating ghouls is good. Well, you can't actually reanimate ghouls because you have no population, so these guys aren't really doing a whole lot. So let's go ahead and change them to Long Dead Warriors because well, there's a few corpses for Soulless, but Soulless are pretty garbage. Yep, these guys here. Don't think you've been making any. It does say you have to have pop. Ghouls are created by infecting living lives. Creating ghouls reduces the population by 10 per ghoul and cannot be done in uninhabited areas. Yes, so I was correct there. So there's no point in having those guys doing that. Where do we want to start consolidating? Probably over here. Can't do that anymore, so just do Long Dead. Ooh, so we have a large lictor party here. I just put knights together, to be honest. And anything that can throw together. There we go. I don't script my units until they get to where they're going. Looks good. Let's push both of these this way. I mean, you could fight U9, but Nabal looks like the easier target here, much smaller. Let's see. And this is where a lot of the kind of bothersome part comes from playing Ermor, just due to the fact of how much managing you have to do. But that is okay. I could put a tail, can put a temple right there. Oh, there's already someone there. Anywhere else we can pull in a temple that we don't see? No, we could possibly, well, we want a scout to do that. We can have this person here reanimate instead. So temple there is nice. Oh, we have a lot of people here. And like I said, this is just the movement phase here. We don't script yet. We won't script until we actually make ourselves an army. And we'll leave the ghouls here. And where do we want to send you? And we shouldn't leave ourselves totally unoffended from Ermor, but we really don't need anyone going up there anymore, so we'll send you down as well. We can move you. Change that. And it's once you really start taking full control of it and using about every resource that's given to you, you'll start really just kind of running over with Ermor. That's everything there. So we're able to move this fella out. Let's move him here. You can move down as well. We're having you move out. Why are we having you move? That's the real question. I'm not sure. Just reanimate for the moment. If we need them in the fort, we can always move them to the fort. I don't want to take I don't want to take commanders out of this throne. So, ooh, there's already a lot of people there, though, so we probably won't need them going there. Let's move them there and there. Looks like we've already site searched that province, so let's move over to the next one and site search that. Well, actually, I'd much rather site search that forest first. Well, we're sneaking, so it's okay. Let's go ahead and pick these fellas up just because. Ooh, it doesn't look like we've done a whole lot of scripting, though, as far as these forces go. This one here that's attacking this fort. So let's show a little bit of scripting of what we might do. Very little sacreds here, but we will try to use them as best we can. That's not going to work. Like I said, putting all of the units together that will be throwing items such as javelins and such together. I'll pull you guys all into the same group. I don't want them to come over. You. How do I want to do this? So both max, or this one's maxed out 120, so we need to figure out what we can pull over. We can pull the Solus over. Finish putting these over there. You guys go over there. Next, we could pull the rest of these guys to take off some of that morale penalty. We can pull you down, and we can pull you. These guys actually have morale, so we need to pull them back up. My bad. And now let's do the other part here. Hold, attack rearmost, line formation, fire closest, Solus in the front. And honestly, what we can do with this Solus here is break them up. So we have kind of a wave of Solus that kind of stop what's happening or stop the hits from the charges. I'll just attack rearmost, put them in the back corner. Put you in a line formation behind them and have them on attack closest. Just have you guys on attack as well. I do want to go ahead and put hold, stay behind troops on both of these fellas. I put that on our number 1 thing because that is probably what is used the most. So now we're attacking Menchaca here. Oh yeah, looks like they want to fight us in caves. Just put 1 PD, don't ever put more than 1. 11 is just a waste of PD, 16 is a waste, 20 is a waste. That is a lot of PD you have. That is a lot of gold that can be put into something else. So that is a takeaway you can get from this. Both of those commanders over. Ooh, we have a Holy 3 sitting out. Let's go ahead and throw them into a fort. Couple extra lictors a turn will not hurt us, definitely not. So you need to be made. All the javelin shoots go into one. Everything else goes into another. Let's put Solus in this squad. And another part that makes it really easy, say I had all these units here, all these long dead that I wouldn't otherwise, I'd have to pick out otherwise. Now you can do something like this. So what I did was I selected unit, made a squad for it, and since all these units are not mindless, I was able to over select them, and then since I already had one long dead unit in it that was mindless, it only took the mindless units and put them in. So that is something you could definitely do. What also could be done here is you start, well, then they have Wrath of God, okay. You can go there. We could start moving, like these guys aren't really doing anything right now, and start preaching, pushing our Dominion out. These guys have 0 pop to do anything. Okay. So we have all the units down here other than the ghouls. Yep. So we can have to use this guy somewhere else. We'll move him upward. These guys are all moving out. So we do have blood mages. That's interesting. And we also have someone casting Harspects. Okay, I'll hit Mountains of Mist down here because this is a mountain's higher chance of us actually getting a site versus a farmland. Well, it's a mountain farmland. Never mind. Looks like you are reanimating ghouls here on this throne, so that works out. And honestly, I'm going to leave this fella in there too. Would like to have some lictors in that province, but they're kind of far away. So you guys aren't really doing anything, so you can be moved. We'll take all of the units that are not ghouls out of the province here. Move them. And we'll just do it like that. And move them. We need temple up here. Oh, there's already someone there, so we'll put you back. Actually, you could preach. The preaching. You're sitting there. I want you to move up. You can go into the throne. And of course, we're going to keep multi-step movement on. That hammer could be used elsewhere. Really, no more black laurels. Interesting. Very interesting. Con 6, Enchantment 6, Thaumaturgy 4, Blood 3, Evo. Honestly, you want more Evo. Or you want 7? Haven't quite figured that out. Well, you're going for 8, so we'll look at 8. Lichcraft? Thunderfin? Firefin? I mean, nothing really there for 8 for you. Conjuration's okay, but honestly, Fog Warrior is probably too tough for you to cast. Evo 7. That is going to be for Wind of Death and Wailing Winds. That's going to be a great spells, both 2 great spells for you to cast. And here we're just going from place to place. Now, and honestly, we could do something like this and take out every non-mindless unit or every mindless unit and just go ahead and like have them like on a forced march to whatever direction we want them being in. Looks like we could start doing, no, looks like most of everyone already has a gnome lore going on. How many gems are you making? 13. Oh, this is a lot. A lot of fire. And we could be making higher death, honestly. At this point, being this large, you should be at 50 or 50 plus for sure. Looks like we have not done a lot of site searching as far as death goes, but we have just taken a good bit of land over there. Interesting. Animating. Okay, so you guys, I want you sitting there. And next, honestly, we'd probably bring up troops from Ermor. We definitely want higher lictor production. Archbishop. Laurels don't quite work like that. So you saw there it was reanimating one. We put a laurel on it. We still reanimate one. So that is what is going on. That only works with the summoning part. So making 3 more archbishops. That should boost us up to 20 if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there's a laurel on you too. So I assume you might not have known that it worked like that. Oh, you have a lot of laurels. Oh man, you have one on almost every fella here. Oops. They're actually really hard to see. I didn't catch that when I first looked in this province. That's everyone. Yeah, that's a lot of laurels. Making alk wheels. Okay. Start picking up the troops in this province. Let's make it quick. Push them down here, of course, since we'll be going after Nabal shortly. I feel, anyway, I do feel like that's probably a good idea. We have a lot of units already there. People can be picked up there. Let's go there with him. Moving down looks good. We need someone over here to pick up units. You need to go down, and you can go to the left to pick up the units in that fort. Nobody's there. Okay, so we do already have someone moving there. We have somebody moving here, but I do need somebody moving upward to the East Shore Desert. We need a lot of commanders moving upward here. Definitely lacking in that department. I could send Sensor up to kind of grab those since we have 3 sitting in the cap. You're not doing reanimating ghouls. Stop reanimating ghouls. You're not helping us. We can have you go northward to grab. Head that way. So we are sitting currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thrones. And Marignon has the throne of misfortune, so that's the one that's right here. Gartha has the level 3 throne, so we'll have to grab 2 more thrones or 3 more thrones in order to get to 11. So let's start pressing in. Let's see what we actually haven't moved yet. Ooh, honestly, once we get to where we're wanting to go, unless we want to drop these troops off, have them on patrol. Kill things inside of your forts, have them on patrol. Where is this? This is not really far enough to deal with anything in the Marignan War there. So we'll pull them over. Start heading over to Naba. Ooh, click the wrong one. Have you move up. Moving to take that. Very nice. You're moving over there to grab more. Okay, so let's keep pressing in. I'm pretty sure that we have a nap with Abizia, I think. Let me double check that. Paternally given. Napster. I was not told about naps, so from the sense that we're not getting attacked, I will assume we have a nap with them. Until I start to see messages come through, I would suggest we don't attack. Where do we want you to do? And honestly, I'd rather make sure we had room for things like the knights or anything else versus a Solus when we do have a choice. This is Marignan. We did just take this fort, but we need to move out. We need to start pulling everyone over to start picking up troops. Well, these guys could actually help us here in this next fight. We'll go ahead and script them up. And this is a very, very basic script that I almost use for just about everything as far as the chaff goes for Ermor. Line formation with regular troops, and fire closest on the javelin troops. And then just attack rear order on the knights there. I want to keep you somewhere else. And this group here will attack a separate province, and we do want them scripted in the same manner since they'll be going somewhere else anyway. Fire closest. They'll take those dogs. You will jump on the citadel there. Let's see what else we can do. Honestly, since we have so much chaff here, we can go ahead and start moving these fellas out too. Just to have them moving back and forth. Might as well keep some income coming. Actually, we need forts, we need push dominion. Can you guys breach? No, they're already at 3. So they need, well, I think you have to be holy 2 to get higher than that. Yeah, that's fine. We can just have them on reanimate, keep them on there for now. Scout, we can always be using scouts. You're at a throne though, so we might just keep you in there. Actually, we could use you to start ferrying troops to said throne. Let's move you because we want to see what's going on with the busy, and that's actually our last unit we have to move. So surprisingly, just through me clicking, I was able to collect most of the units that were not moving yet and move them already, except for the one here that's still in Ermor. So that is what we currently have going on. As far as globals go, we don't have anything we can really use to our advantage at the moment. Definitely want to get a little bit higher magic before we cast anything. We can look through here. Woven Winter. Vengeance of Damage will contact dead souls. I mean, it's okay, but we don't not necessarily need to be casting it. Eyes of God. We don't need Eyes of God. So with going to evocation, let's actually hit enchantment 7 first. Then we'll be able to get things like Gift of Health. That was an idea. I mean, other than that, we don't need anything. I mean, we could put up Stellar Focus, but it's not needed. And then let's go down some Evo. Burden of Time. We could put up Burden of Time. Huh. There's definitely an idea, but that will make everyone mad at you. I mean, they don't necessarily want to fight you now since they haven't yet, but it'd be very dangerous. I don't really care about him having Mother Oak. Gift of Health is kind of sucky. In winter, I do not care about. We will just have more attacks. Wrath of God, I do not want to fight into. So honestly, I'm fine with him holding those said globals. If we want to put a global up, we'll just have to put a lot into it. What can we put? You're at 3. What? We'd really have to focus. I don't want to do something right now because this is definitely not my game. I'm just a temp, but I would be making rings. I would put the Astro Booster on that fella, even though he does have the slot that is filled. We could get enough boosters on him to get him up to 6 and 7 to make both of the rings. What else could you be doing? We have how far up are we in Conjuration? 3. Okay. Well, that's fine. Not too big of a deal there. Forging a couple lightless lanterns. Real question is, let's go ahead and put that there. Every one of these need to be forging lightless lanterns except for ones that already have things on them. And honestly, we all need to be forging lightless lanterns. Looks like we need more. Really? Interesting. Okay. Because now you get 12 research per turn. Actually, I think the lightless lanterns will outproduce the amount of mages that we can make every turn, so that is interesting. You should be making 2 of these fellas, because this is a forted province. Just keep making scouts. Keep making those guys, because we can put lightless lanterns on them every time they come out. Can you be made? Oh, I suppose. Start making flying units there. And start throwing lightless lanterns on all of them. See, we almost hit 700 research now. Very good, very good. What else can we make? Might as well. Trying to just look for places that have a labs in them. Can't make us anything. Ooh, we have some enchantresses. So what I'll actually do is I'll stop recruiting you. We're 4 gold off. We haven't put any PD down either. 1, 1. Where did I make that scout? Not you. Nope. Nope. Where the heck? Nope. But we didn't. We can't make you. We need to save the money because we want enchantresses. Oh, that's gonna be good. I'd rather keep making you. What in the world? We could drop one of those priests and instead use the money to make an enchantress here. It will take us a few turns, but that is okay. We are making a lot of income here, so honestly, there's no reason for us not to be building a fort here. There's no reason for us to not be building, sneaking. You can build a fort over there. And just start making forts absolutely everywhere. And if Nabal goes and hits Marignan, that gives us a pretty strong reason to go after Nabal. Because they do hold 2 thrones. They are very close to both of our armies here that we're amassing. We move in, we take those 2 said thrones. That will not give us enough points. That puts us at 10. I don't know if they control another throne or not. It does not look like it. So maybe, if we can take the, depending on if we can take the Marignan throne or not, that will either make us either attack Agartha or attack Nabal. Because that throne right there is the level 3 throne that we need, because it is the only throne Agartha has. That is how I'm able to tell which throne it is. That is the level 3 throne. Don't know what Nabal is doing necessarily, but since they haven't attacked us yet, I don't think they're going to attack us next turn, because I wasn't told of us ending a nap. Because if Nabal was going to try to stop us, he would have done it while we were fighting Marignan. So we are kind of blanketing this area here, of course, moving a lot of troops, and a lot of our movement is going southward. That's really all I have to say, guys. Of course, we're going to work towards globals that we can have. We're going to start working on a lot of things here, reanimating the warriors, since the goals at population 0, which that was where most of our stuff was at, cannot be made anymore. That's it. That's it for the turn 64 here. Do we want to do anything with these items? I mean, we could start using some of these laurels. We could. How much? 28 research. Oof. Seeing if there's anything else that we can use. Honestly. Inspector. I need you on cast repeat. 33. And we'll start amassing looters up here. I know it is kind of far away from what might be our front line later, but I feel like the strongest player in the game right now is Utenheim. So I'm not worried about Abizia. They can throw their statues at us. Looters will kill them. They can throw their magma kids at us. We have fire resistance 10, which is going to be enough. No, we do not have fire resistance 10. Oof. Attack, magic, defense. Oh wow, yeah, I thought we had fire resistance, honestly. That's where we're getting. Ooh, we have a lot of blood slaves. What? We're too low enough to really do anything. Uh, as far as the thrones we have, what thrones do we have? Inner throne, bureaucracy. Really, it's like I seem every time I play Ermor, we always seem to get this throne. Resources. I wish we had something that gave to our bliss here. Throne of Earth. I wonder where that is. Throne of the Moon. Silver Throne. So I don't feel that the only people that Utenheim can go after right now and threaten a win would be me. Because everyone else has so few thrones, he could kill them and take their thrones, and he still wouldn't have enough to win. But we would definitely have to intervene if that was the case. I'd want to build a scout in there, but we're not going to. Actually, we'll build. It's too little. Too little. Not enough cash. Honestly. Yes. And we'll leave it like that. So this is how we're going to have the turn right now. And we will want to start using the gems. If we can't use them, we can see if we can trade them. Somebody will want them. And yes, oh, well, you're going to have to fight that person anyway. Why would you trade them gems? It's because death gems are more valuable to us than any other gem. And we're making so many gems per turn here. Like, Astral's good to keep. Death is good to keep. But probably not a good idea to give away blood slaves. Since they're not usually natural blood slaves. Maybe Nabal has broke into it, but other than that, no one else wants to. Water gems we really don't care about. We can't sell air or fire to Nabab. We'll probably sell fire to Agartha and not care. He can still make lightless lanterns. Maybe Utenheim. Utenheim wouldn't care. But fire, air, water. We could give those to Utenheim. Probably wouldn't want to give Earth to Agartha, even though he would want it. And well, honestly, we probably could give Earth to Agartha and see if he can take any of these daggone globals down. I mean, he has Earthblood Deep Well, but you can put up like riches or something. And him being as small as he is, you wouldn't really care about a very small nation reaching from here to here having riches. It's usually when you have a nation that's as big as Ermor and they cast riches, you're like, that might not be good for us. That might be too much of an extra income bonus. So there is that. Militia Knights, once searching. Why are you going there? I don't remember setting you that. I don't remember setting you at all, honestly. It might have been already there. It might have been multi-move from the previous turn. Nothing scripted. You're full though. We have to fix this. Ooh, very, very few actual melee troops there. Fire closest. Attack closest. Hold. Reanimation. Don't want scouts right now. I mean, save a little bit of money. If it's just enough money to make another temple, I'd rather make another temple than make a scout, because every 5 temples will give us an extra death gem. and we're sitting at 26. I don't know if I built 4 this turn or not. I possibly could have honestly built 4, pushing us up to Dominion 11, giving us 11 Def Gems. With that conflict bonus, we're going to be pushing Dominion hard at this point. So this is going to be very, very nice for us. This is going to become our Dominion very, very quickly. It's going to not want people, it's going to kind of prevent people from attacking us because they won't get anything out of it. Also, it's going to probably double, honestly. It's going to multiply our free spawn rate probably by double, just due to the fact of how much more land we've incorporated into the nation. How higher Dominion's going to help. So yeah, that is going to be very nice. So very good, very good. And that is all we have here. Of course, we have this one sensor not doing anything, but we're going to use him to start moving lictors out once we have the lictors coming through. Yes, we do want you lictors coming back. We want the 66 coming back. Honestly, on turn 64, we should have a lot more lictors. We should have 1,000 plus. So yeah, we have to work on that. We'll try though. We'll try. Alright, that's turn 64. That's our little intervention. I might have more episodes on this, not sure. But see you guys on the next one. Bye. Oops, forgot to stop pressing record. Sorry. Bye.